Hey, it is Tree from Tree Essentials, and today we are going to talk about our hair growth and as well how journaling can help contribute to the growth process. Now, that is not just a direct, but it's as well an indirect correlation, and let's get a little deeper into that. Do not forget, your hair is a life reflection, so it shows basically all that you've been through, what you've been taking in, meaning moisture, vitamins, supplements, but as well your stresses, your triggers, the good, the bad. And if you are looking for healthy growth and such, you are more so living in a more joyful and gratitude attitude state. Now, life is lifing, and you see everything going on around, and you have your own life situations as well. So you have to find a balance in life so that you can actually have the growth that you are truly aspiring for. That is where you start seeing that your thoughts are a part of the hair growth process. Now, the direct part is the fact that your blood-brain barrier is where your hair grows and it gets all its nutrients from. But the indirect part is the stressors that are put on the body because of the way we think, or the results as well of the positives that we think and how those growth processes are stimulated or inhibited. Now, when we are going through a lot of different situations in life, from just giving birth, having a death in the family, job loss or job switches, or just big major changes that are positive, but it's still as well put a flow of like eustress, not negative stress, but positive stress. So there are many different things that can affect the body and the organs and the systems, and that is why journaling can play a big major role into your hair growth process, because it allows you to jot down things and put your thoughts on paper. Now, the journaling type that there's gratitude bullets, there is just straight journaling about your day. You can do about your dreams, you can do as well, meaning the dreams you have at night, or even your dreams and goals that you have set in order. But what I need you to do is start putting your thoughts down. There are more than 70,000 thoughts. I say thoughts. 70,000 thoughts that go through our body every single day. That's from decision making to different plans, thoughts, processes, and like where you're gonna eat, how you're getting to work, all these other crazy things like what you're cooking for dinner, but as well complex things too. And that's why putting them down on paper is a big key step. It says in the Bible, write down your vision and make it plain, and he will readeth over and make your visions come to pass. But that as well is something where you get to speak and get your introspection in with yourself and as well with creator, and that's really going to get you navigating in a process and flow of growth, not just with your hair growth but your overall life. Do not forget that you are a human being, so you have a mind, you have a body, you have a spirit, but you as well have different wellness dimensions that need to be addressed in the body so that you can live a very thriving life. And all of this matters because hair is one of the last things to grow on the body. And so with that being said, that skin glowing and as well nails growing, skin, all of that good stuff, they are the last parts. So what do you need to do first? You need to get your whole foods, your nourishment, but you got to get your thoughts in order. Your nervous system is really a big part because your brain is the control center for the body, and that connects to your spine, which is with your nerves and all of that. And your circulatory system is affected based on positive stress hormones, not positive stress, positive pieces in your hormones or negative pieces in your hormones. So really getting those in check and in order are going to be key steps. And journaling is proven effective to help you organize your thoughts, to help you clarify, make better decision choices, and as well start learning the different patterns that you have to understand and see the different patterns that you have that you may be repeating, that you may want to continue, meaning good habits, or things you want to release, which are more negative habits, and seeing areas on where you can bring change. This is part of living a healthy lifestyle, writing your thoughts down. You don't want things just ruminating in your head, in your brain, you overthinking things and not finding clarity in your situations, because that is literally how illnesses from stress, different diseases can occur, because stress is basically the biggest disease starter for the body. And if we're trying to grow our hair, like I said, you need to get all your other organ systems in check for you to have the actual growth that you are truly aspiring for. With all of that, like I said, there are different types of ways to journal. And with that, you should have multiple journals. Let's say you don't have that much money and you want a journal. Go get you a composition notebook. I say composition because you don't want the pages to rip out that easily. And as well, get you a cute pen, because these are your thoughts. So you want to put down in a positive, loving way. And you want your composition notebook to be in a nice space where you can get access to it. Maybe throw it in your purse, put it in your book bag if you're always on the go. Somewhere where you can get access to it pretty easily, or create a beautiful experience routine where you wake up in the morning and write, or you write in the middle of your break at work or at the end of the day, or even just like I said, having access to it where you can just get to it whenever you're like, So there's different ways to journal. The one to get the negative parts out, there's actually a way, like first, before you get started with this journal, you can date it, but look at the little things that you don't like and write them down each time, and note to yourself for this journal, like, these are things you don't want to happen, but these are things that I noticed that are triggering me and make me feel uncomfortable. That'll give it the opportunity to be a space where you can release versus it being created to do more. It's just a mind hack that I noticed with writing different thoughts down, because I wouldn't put certain thoughts down in one journal versus another. But over time, I've started noticing with your daily journal, as you blend it more and more together, you start seeing you in your beautiful parts and in your shadow parts, and you just see you as an overall beautiful human being, because so many different experiences happen when you're not going to be happy every single day, period. And I learned that from experience. So another one is your gratitude attitude one, where you can bullet point and just write down things you're grateful for on that day, maybe on that week, just whenever things are happening. You can have as well a journal that you put your different visions and your thought processes down for the beginning of a new cycle, sometimes with the moon, sometimes based on just at the beginning of each month. You can as well write, of course, like I said, a dream journal, like the dreams you get at night. Your subconscious is more so speaking when you go to sleep. So when you're able to write down your dreams, you're able to actually see things that are maybe something you want to address, tackle, or maybe see that this is a positive part to you. And another journal is a rewriting journal, like rescripting, where you can write the things that you want to see happen and get your desires down. And we don't make it a desire journal, because that means you'll never have it, because you're always wanting it. Make it a it's gonna happen journal, and you write down the new vision for yourself. That's what I say. Like, always watch your words. But with all of that, these are different pieces of you, have different wellness dimensions being addressed: your spiritual, your emotional, your physical, and you'll starting to see that you can start numbering down how to get your different goals completed. It makes you very happy to see things happen that you want it to happen, and your hair is just gonna start growing and thriving, of course, with the maintenance that you do on a daily, and as well drinking your water, and as well getting in your different nutrients. Excuse me. But it's not something that you should just be so focused on that there's nothing else to focus on, because we are a whole mind, body, spirit. We have different wellness dimensions, and those make you a whole human being. And you don't want to just be adorned by what you look like. Like, I'm not saying don't be cute and don't worry about your hair growth, because that is why we're on this conversation right now. But we need to be worrying about other things too. God says do not just be adorned by jewelry and different hairstyles, but think about your inward beauty. And your inward beauty is the way that you make life, and being the beautiful Proverbs woman that you are entitled to be when you walk in the light and truth. And it's a real thing. And you can start as well on this process with your journaling. Get into your different ways to release issues from the body. So that can be deep breathing, that can be going outside. I highly recommend the going outside and walking, getting that fresh air, seeing that sunlight, and as well just being in your truth and loving yourself in the process. As you do things like this over time, it's really hard to not see the growth that you're aspiring for, because the growth is just gonna come because you are working on your personal development. Your hair is a lifestyle piece encompassing. And so with all of that, I am a health educator and as well an advanced natural hair consultant, and I can get you on your journey in a loving, positive manner. You can click the link below to book into my consultations that I can help you accelerate your growth dramatically. And as well, I have a free community that you can get access to, where you can get different resources and things of that nature that'll get you on your hair growth journey as well. And with all of that being said, I need you to note that you are so worthy and deserving of living your very best life and seeing life in the beautitudes that it is. And with that gratitude attitude, with these journaling and things, that is basically gonna lead you into getting into the fruits of the spirit, because as you start going on that walk in your journaling, you're gonna start getting wisdom as well. Make sure you're in your word. That's gonna get the real truth and answers from all the things that you are looking and writing down in your journal, because it has all the answers. It means Bible means biblical instructions before leaving earth. I truly highly recommend. And there are actual lost books to the Bible, so that's been helping me on my journey to get more understanding, because your girl is nosy. I'm not like nosy gonna get me in trouble, but if it's not enough information for me to actually feel comfortable to follow everything, I need more. So there's how I got into that. And there's so many different women that help and bring example on how we can be our very better best self, living a biblical lifestyle. And that's basically living a relationship with Jesus. That's all it is. And so with that being said, I again am Tree from Tree Essentials, and we are restoring our tree to grow essentially. And yes, our hair is a tree. We are like a plant, and we have the ability to plant seeds, inspire others, and inspire change. And with that being said, you have a great day and or night whenever you are watching this, and I look forward to working and seeing you soon. All right, bye.